Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to another PES 2018 tutorial with your host SpoonyPizzas. So today I'm going to be going through my personal commands, okay? Because so many people are asking, and yeah, I thought I'd do a video for you guys just to help you out. So cursor change is semi-assist. As you know, in my how to defend part 2 video, I talk about switching players using the right analog stick as well as pressing the player select button. Next player indicator is vital, so again that ties in with what I've just said. So next player indicator highlights the player that if you press the player select button, that would be the next player that gets selected. Okay, so that's what little indicator above the head, and that's what I use to defend. So I'm looking at that indicator and going, is that the guy I want to choose next? If it's not, then I flick the right analog stick to the player I want. If it is, and I press the player select button. That's why I use that. Cursor type, I'll turn that off so I don't see anything above the heads of the players. Pass level support 1, yeah, happy with that. Basic through ball, basic shot type. I always found that advanced shooting in previous PES was a bit overpowered, like it would never miss the goal. So I didn't like that at all. I find that manual shooting is really overpowered. Like the keepers just don't know how to react to a manual shot. So providing it's on target, it's usually a goal. And again, the height of those shots don't tend to like balloon over the bar or anything, so I just find the shot variation much better on basic, and that's why I choose basic. So directional guide, so this is when you perform manual pass, manual shot. So basically you get a little guideline come up, and I leave that on because if I'm in I want to win mode, you know, and I'm playing online and I do a cross, when it comes to a header I'll always go into manual because then it's easier to get it on target. Okay, if you try to head it without manual, 8 or 9 times out of 10 it'll just your player will miss the goal. So that's why I leave that on. Target guide, no, I don't put that on. I'll turn that off. Positioning guide, so you know, guides will be displayed to show the best player position for the player to be in specific situations. That only applies to fixed cursor settings. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. Auto feint, so this is all my skills come into play, so recommend leaving it on. That means less button presses, more responsive skills that you can do, and as you can see from some of my videos, I just love the skills, baby. Okay, auto sliding, so semi-auto. Yeah, so sometimes they'll just automatically slide in. I think semi-auto feels like a nice balance. It doesn't do it too often, but sometimes when they're having a shot at goal, then they'll come into play. And lastly, teammate controls assisted. So you can go manual where you control your basically your runner. So you know how I was talking about, if you hold the player select and flick the right analog stick in the direction of a player, it sends them on a run. So if you flick the right analog stick when it's manual, this allows you to actually guide the player in the direction you want him to move. So you can make him run in a circle if you do like a circle motion with the right analog stick, or you could send him off on a run on the diagonal. So you flick it in the diagonal position, or you select the player, put him on a diagonal running position, and then let go, and it'll just keep running on the diagonal. Okay, so that's I tend to leave that assisted just so I can quickly send runners on the pitch and don't have to worry about which direction they're running. Okay, so that's my personal data, and now command and configuration. So I have gone for a custom style. Okay, so this is my attacking instruction, attack. So the reason I put dash is the big trigger button is because I want special controls on R1. This makes it much quicker much more reactive. You know, the big trigger, you've got to press it down probably, I don't know, about 3 or 4 millimeters. So there's a lot more time there. It takes a lot longer than just tapping the R1. Okay, so the R1's almost instantaneous, and that's how I do my skills so quickly. So that's maybe something you want to adapt to. It will take you a long time if you've been used to using R1 for dash. Trust me, and it will drive you insane. But over the course of time, I think you'll find it worth it. So that certainly helps with my skills. So if you're impressed with my skills and you wonder why you can't quite emulate what I'm doing, if you can emulate, fair play to you. And obviously, you know, it is doable with R2. I've seen players do it, but I just prefer it to be an R1. Okay, that's just my preference. Cursor change, really my cursor change should be L1, because again, it's a much quicker button press than pressing L2. But I like L1 being the manual controls for manual shots. I don't know why, it just feels nice there. And then through ball, lob pass and shoot and pass. Don't need to go too much into that. And then teammate pressure, because I switched that from the shoot button. Because if the shoot button's the same as slide tackle, sometimes what can happen is you get to take a shot, the computer nicks it, and then you press the shoot, and then you foul him. Or worst case scenario is that when you're defending, you press shoot to clear it, he takes the ball and you foul him in the penalty area. It's a penalty, it could be red card. So that is why I tend to put the shoot button as the same as teammate pressure. Okay, so that I wouldn't put the sliding tackle as the same as shoot, because that's just lethal. Alright, well that's my controls. It's a very short video. Hope you enjoyed that, guys, and hopefully explained a few things to you, you know, why I have the buttons I do. And maybe you can make the change and you find it easier, who knows. But I hope I helped someone, and keep watching my videos. Got so much more content to come. I've got competitions coming out soon, so yeah, keep your eyes peeled. And thanks for subbing to my channel if you subbed. And yeah, take it easy, guys. Peace.